All right, and a staple in the toy collecting is the Star Wars property. And, I didn't get the packaged Star Wars figures or anything, but I did find some sealed Star Wars puzzles here. Sealed, never been opened. And this is like a mid-90s, 1996 era. This is when they were kind of in between Star Wars movies. The original trilogy had ended in 83, and they were kind of there's a big marketing push of the extended universe is what it was called. There was a lot of books being published, comic books, novels were being written about, stories revolving around Star Wars lore, which are now kind of fan fiction since the Disney buyout. But anyway, this is from that mid 90s when they kind of relaunched the toy line, Power of the Force toy line, and they were re releasing the original trilogy in these special editions with the CGI footage and footage that got cut originally and stuff like that. So this is from that era. It's vintage if you're young. If you're an old timer like me, mid '90s isn't quite vintage yet. So, but these are still pretty cool puzzles. Uh, really cool designs from Rose Art. Corkboard puzzles there. That one's pretty cool. You even got Moff Tarkin on there. Not a lot of merchandise where Moff Tarkin gets his due, so right on. Good for you. So yeah, these are pretty sweet puzzles. At the same time, I had also gotten there was a Three Stooges sealed puzzle from like 1998, but it had a cool vintage look on it, had the logo, and then there was also an NFL puzzle, National Football League puzzle that was uh, it was like in the shape of the United States, and it was a cool thing. It was from like the late '80s, and it was a sealed puzzle. So those things are already down at the Antique Mall, downtown Toys and Comics at the Super Cheese spot in the Antique Mall, 19th and L Street, Bakersfield, California. That merchandise is already there. Speaking of Star Wars, we got a book set. This is a sealed book set, and this is from Lucas Books, so this is like a licensed thing, but it's William Shakespeare's Star Wars trilogy. There's the author's name there, Ian Dosher. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right, but there you go, Ian. This is William Shakespeare's Star Wars trilogy. So it's a 3-book set, as if the Star Wars trilogy was written as a Shakespearean play. There you go. May the verse be with you. So it's pretty cool. I like this spine right here. Luke and Vader there. So it's a cool little book set. That'll be for sale here at Bakersfield Collector Con. I don't know. I kind of wish it wasn't sealed because I would like to crack those open and read them, but I don't know, because it's sealed product, it's like, oh man, I'm kind of obligated to pass it along to another fan. All right, what else we got here? If you watch my last video, I'll always walk away with some type of VHS for some reason. Well, I mean, the reason is because nobody watches VHSs anymore, so you'll find them at every yard sale that you go to, usually for like a quarter, something like that. But I'll pick up the ones that are like animated cartoons, ones that have cool logos on them, ones that have cool characters on them, any superhero one. Because I think they make really good backgrounds for action figure displays, actually. They're the right size. Usually the logo can stand right above the head of a 6-inch figure. And they just make really cool logos. So this is Captain Power. This is a toy property from the 80s, during the Power Toys era. The cool thing about these toys are from Mattel is that you could, like the ships, they would interact with these videotapes. You would play these videotapes on your computer, on your on your TV, and then kind of like the Nintendo Power Gun. This would interact on a very basic level with the program on the TV. I guess using primitive sensor technology, but yeah. Captain Power. If you're not a Captain Power fan, it's a really sweet toy line from Mattel. Yeah, and then, anytime I see some of the VHSs that go along with that, And this is one of the coolest things that I found. It was NECA's Lord Voldemort action figure. And this is really cool. It comes with a stand. NECA is known for their realistic quality and detail in their like head sculpts. You know, if you have a movie property out, NECA is definitely kind of who you want to go to make those figures for you. I mean, even the big, even Marvel and DC, who have big contracts with like Hasbro and Mattel and stuff like that. Look, they even go to NECA to license out some of their movie-style figures. Yep, Voldemort. It's pretty cool. I think this is from 2007. Probably retailed for like $14.99, something like that. You can see some of the others in the line there. Potter, Voldemort, a Dementor, a Death Eater. So they went with, I mean, look at Series 1, like that's a pretty, they weren't making Hermione figures, you know what I mean? They went real dark with it, so that's NECA, man. NECA is, their bread and butter is Predator, Aliens, but of course they made a lot of like the Stallone movies, the Schwarzenegger movies, Terminator, Rambo, those types of things. And God, they're kicking butt with the TMNT line right now, the Ninja Turtles. They're making some really cool figures based on both the comic books, based on the movie looks, the original 1990 movie, and then of course, I think they're even redoing the animated look. So, yeah, NECA's killing it right now. NECA's a really cool toy company, and this is one of their best from 2007. So happy to have that. That's the one that ties in with my figure. There was something else I wanted to show off in this particular video. Here it is. And this is, a lot of people are going to be like, well, what the hell is the point? And you're probably right. But there you go. You got the Zoom X bicycle wheel discs. If you were a child in the 80s, this was a big thing to kind of put the spree wells on your bike. Spree Wells, of course, referencing a basketball player in the 90s who I think owned his own rim company. Spree Wells, so you'd want to get Spree Wells on your truck and stuff like that. So anytime somebody got new rims in like high school or college, we'd call them Spree Wells, no matter what brand they were. So this was Zoom X bicycle wheel discs, man. I didn't have these on my bike personally as a kid, but I mean, I remember I remember the commercials for these type of things. I remember some people's bikes having these, so I don't know. It's factory sealed from the 80s. It's one of those things where it's like, look, it's cool looking. It's got a cool looking logo. It reminds me of childhood. Let's go ahead and just pick it up. Hopefully it brings back fond memories for somebody. Well, there you go. Some more stuff to add to the spread for Bakersfield Collector Con coming up here in 2 weeks in Bakersfield, California at the Rabobank Arena. That is Bakersfield Collector Con. I just found out we're going to have the actress who played Rita Repulsa from the Power Rangers is going to be there, as well as who just got added. Oh, the guy that plays Goldar, or the guy that was the voice. I believe he was the voice for Goldar, is going to be at this convention as well. So might have to go Power Rangers heavy on some of the merchandise there. We'll see. So, alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Lazy Burrow with the Lazy Burrow Toy Club. And we'll hit you up in a couple of days with some more toy finds. Toy hunting, toy rescue. I like the term toy rescue, rather than toy hunter. Toy hunting is aggressive. I'm not exactly hunting them. You're finding them. We're locating them. But it's more like a rescue. We're bringing them out of obscurity and into the spotlight of the collector. Putting it, we're putting it into the right homes. Like a toy archaeologist more than a toy hunter. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys.